In the name of Allah, the most kind and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum. Today we are here to start a new chapter, chapter number 6, that is about environment and natural resources. So, the environment and the natural resources include the earth atmosphere. The detail of the earth atmosphere structure and the presence of the gases around our atmosphere. If we talk about the earth atmosphere, what is that? The earth atmosphere is an envelope of the gases that covers the earth from all the sides. It is about 200 kilometers thick. The air we breathe in is the part of the atmosphere too. The photosynthesis and the burning also occur in the presence of air. So it maintains the temperature of the earth too. It protects from the harmful radiation which are coming from the sun enter into the earth. They are protected by this atmosphere which is surrounding all around us. Because the atmosphere of the earth is like an organized skin of the onion which is covering the onion from the all around. Although it is not visible and transparent, but still this atmosphere is covering the earth from all around because it is just the combination of different gases. The air we are breathing in, the photosynthesis process, the burning process, these all reactions are going to place in this atmospheric range. So the atmosphere or the earth atmosphere, which is basically for the sustain of life because it is maintaining the earth temperature also. Otherwise the sun rays will burn the earth and the people and the living organism living on this place. We are protected from the sun rays just because of this protective layer which is covering the earth from all around. If we talk about the composition of the atmosphere, it is made up of about different gases like the 78% of the nitrogen and the 21% of oxygen. Other 1% gases that may be the water vapor and the trace gases like the carbon dioxide, hydrogen, argon, helium, ozone. These are different gases which are present on the earth's surface. But majorly the earth atmosphere is composed of nitrogen and the oxygen. Nitrogen is required for the plants and the oxygen is required for the sustain of life. The living organism breathe in oxygen and exhale the carbon dioxide, while the nitrogen is required for the proper functioning of the plants. Oxygen. Our Earth is the only planet of the solar system where the free oxygen exists. So it is the only planet where the availability of free oxygen is available. That's why the living organism or the life is present on this planet. Along with oxygen, there are the water vapor which are also present. Living organisms use this oxygen in the respiration process. Respiration is basically what? The respiration process is the breakdown of the molecules like the macromolecules of the food by the oxidization and giving out the energy in return. So to get energy and live life, the respiration process which is occurring in the living organism that require the oxygen also, which is present in 21% range in the atmosphere. Although the proportion of the carbon dioxide is in the air is only 0.04 to 0.03%, which varies in some books, and according to that it is 0.04% which is written in your book, but this gas is very important for the life on the earth also. Only 0.04%, but still very important, as the plant use carbon dioxide for the preparation of food during the photosynthesis, and they give out the oxygen in return. All the organisms which cannot prepare their own food, they are the dependent on the plant. So it means that if plant will not prepare their food which they are preparing with the help of photosynthesis, they cannot give the food, they cannot prepare the food used by the other organisms. The carbon dioxide also help in maintaining the earth temperature. The carbon dioxide is produced during the respiration and the burn. Carbon dioxide also help in maintaining the earth temperature. Carbon dioxide is produced during the respiration and the burning process also. But the proportion of carbon dioxide is increasing in the air as a result of the human activity, which will lead toward increasing the earth temperature, and that will ultimately lead toward the climate change, and the climate will not be suitable for the living organism. The next topic is the different layers of the atmosphere. So it means this atmosphere is having the certain division of the layers, and it's divided into the 4 or the 5 layers. But as in your book, they are discussing about the 4 layers. So we will discuss about the 4 major layers of the atmosphere, that are the troposphere, the stratosphere, the mesosphere, the thermosphere, and the exosphere. The detailed structure of these layers will tell us that how they are composed of, where they are present, what is their division, and what is their level. The atmosphere is divided into the 4 parts. First of all, the troposphere. So it means that it extends to the height of about 18 km above the Earth's surface. Most of the gas molecules and the water vapor which are present in our atmosphere, that are occurring mainly in the troposphere. So this layer is where the most of the weather occurs. Because of the presence of the oxygen and the water vapors, the weather conditions are occurring in the troposphere. The next important layer is the stratosphere. This layer is above the troposphere, like above the troposphere, and reaches up to the height of 50 km from the sea level. So as its range is above the troposphere, most of the jet airplanes which are traveling in the lower stratosphere, they are present. You can see here the troposphere. Next to the troposphere is the stratosphere, and the stratosphere mainly include the area or the surface for the jet airplanes travel, and the which is in the lower stratosphere, like the stratosphere which start at the end of the troposphere. So it means that there are also 2 divisions in the stratosphere, the lower stratosphere and the upper stratosphere. The upper stratosphere contains a layer of gas called ozone. The ozone layer is very important to the living things because it filters out most of the ultraviolet radiations which are given off by the sun. The next one is the mesosphere. Beyond the stratosphere, or where the upper stratosphere ends, there is another layer start called as the mesosphere. It extends about 85 km above the Earth's surface. This is the coldest layer of the atmosphere. And you know that temperature in this mesosphere can be as low as up to minus 100 degrees centigrade. So this is the huge lowest temperature, and where the life cannot be exist. The next to the mesosphere is the 4th one, which is the thermosphere, and as its name indicated that it is the hottest layer. So it is the hottest layer where the temperature may be as high as up to 2000 degrees centigrade. That is the division of the Earth atmosphere, which are mainly divided into the troposphere, stratosphere, the mesosphere, and the thermosphere. So this was about the introduction of the Earth atmosphere, its composition and its layer. I hope you have cleared about all the points. Thank you.